Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Better English Studio, where we help you speak English naturally, confidently, and from the heart. I'm your host, Tom, and today's episode is a game changer. We're talking about how to think in English, not translate, not memorize, but actually think in English like a native speaker.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited for this one. Thinking in English is something every learner dreams about, right? It's that moment when you stop translating in your head and start feeling the language, when your thoughts just flow in English without effort.
Exactly, and that's what today's episode is all about. How to get to that point step by step. We'll talk about why we translate, how to stop doing it, and what techniques can train your brain to switch languages smoothly.
Yes, and we'll share real examples, tips that actually work, and some mindset advice too. Because thinking in English isn't only about grammar or vocabulary, it's also about how you see the language.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started. Let's start with a simple question. Why should we even care about thinking in English? Why not just translate from our native language?
Good question. Translating takes time, and it breaks the natural flow of conversation. When you translate in your head, you often get stuck searching for words, and that makes speaking slower and more stressful.
Exactly. It's like trying to drive a car while looking in the rearview mirror all the time. You're not moving forward smoothly because you're constantly checking backward.
And translation can also change the meaning. Some expressions don't work word for word. For example, if someone says, "It's raining cats and dogs," and you translate that literally, it sounds very strange.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Thinking in English helps you understand phrases and emotions the way native speakers do. It's not about perfect grammar, it's about understanding context and meaning.
When you start thinking in English, you begin to feel how sentences are naturally built. You don't need to stop and plan. You just speak like you do in your first language.
Right, and that's what real fluency is. It's not about being perfect, it's about being automatic. Okay, so now we know why thinking in English matters, but why do we translate in the first place?
Because that's how we start learning. When you first learn English, you connect every new word to your native language. Apple means seb, dog means kuta, thank you means shukriya, and that's totally normal.
Yes, that's the first stage, but the goal is to move from translation to connection. Instead of linking English to your first language, you start linking English to images, feelings, and real experiences.
Exactly. For example, instead of thinking apple equals seb, you think apple equals that red fruit I eat in the morning. You connect it to the real thing, not the word in another language.
That's a really smart point. When you build direct mental connections in English, your brain doesn't need to translate. You start understanding instantly.
And one more reason people translate is fear. Many learners worry about making mistakes, so they want to make sure everything is correct in their head before speaking.
Yes, and that slows them down. Language is about communication, not perfection. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time.
The key is to let go of the fear. The moment you stop worrying about small mistakes, your brain becomes free to think directly in English.
All right, let's talk about how to actually build this skill. Because thinking in English doesn't just happen. It's something you train your brain to do.
Exactly. It's like building a muscle. You can't go to the gym once and expect six-pack abs. You have to practice regularly, even if it's for a few minutes each day.
So the first strategy is surround yourself with English. Listen to English podcasts, watch English shows, read English articles, and try to understand without translating.
Yes, and choose content that matches your level. If it's too difficult, your brain will give up and go back to translation. Pick something you enjoy: music, short videos, simple podcasts, and stay consistent.
Another powerful habit is narrating your day in English. For example, when you wake up, think, "I'm brushing my teeth, I'm making coffee, I'm checking my phone." It feels silly at first, but it works wonders.
Totally. I still do that when I learn new languages. I talk to myself in that language. Just simple sentences about what I'm doing. It trains your brain to think automatically without switching back to your native language.
Exactly. Because when you describe your actions, you're not memorizing, you're living the language.
Some people think they can only start thinking in English if they move to an English-speaking country, but that's not true at all.
Absolutely. You can create an English environment right where you are. We live in a digital world. You can fill your phone, your YouTube feed, even your social media with English content.
Yes, change your phone language settings to English. Follow English-speaking creators. Label things in your house. Door, mirror, kitchen, window. You'll start seeing English everywhere.
That's such a great idea. And when English becomes part of your daily surroundings, your brain naturally adjusts. You'll find yourself thinking small thoughts in English without trying.
Exactly. Like when you see the time, you might think, it's 7 p.m. Or when you're hungry, you think, I need dinner. Those are the small steps that lead to big fluency.
Now let's talk about something really interesting, inner speech. The little voice inside your head.
Yes, everyone has it. It's how we talk to ourselves silently all day. And that's where real thinking happens.
When you start switching your inner voice to English, even for short moments, that's a huge milestone. That means your brain is beginning to operate in English naturally.
You can start small. For example, when you're deciding what to wear, think, I'll wear my blue shirt today. Or when cooking, I need to add salt.
It might feel strange at first, but it soon becomes natural. And this is one of the best ways to train yourself to think in English, silently, anytime, anywhere.
Let's also talk about vocabulary, because thinking in English means understanding words in context, not memorizing them with translations.
Exactly. When you learn a new word, don't just write down the translation. Instead, connect it to a sentence, an image, or an example from your life.
For example, instead of saying run equals pagna, think run equals what I do in the morning at the park. That mental image is much stronger and faster to recall.
And another tip, use English to English dictionaries. They explain words in simple English and not forces your brain to stay inside the language.
Yes, it's a game changer. When you stop relying on your first language, you start seeing how English words connect to each other.
Maybe we should explain the stages, right? Because people often ask, how do I know I'm improving?
Good idea. So there are usually 4 stages. Stage 1, you think in your native language and translate into English. Stage 2, you understand English directly but still think in your native language. Stage 3, you begin forming simple thoughts in English like, I'm hungry, it's hot, let's go. Stage 4, you think, dream, and even joke in English. It becomes natural.
Exactly. And you can move through these stages with practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you keep surrounding yourself with English, your brain will adjust automatically.
Yes, the key is consistency, not perfection. You don't need 5 hours a day, just regular exposure and small steps.
Here's something many people don't realize. You can't really think in a language until you feel in that language.
That's so true. Emotions are a big part of language. When you react emotionally in English, laugh at a joke, feel inspired by a story, that's when English becomes real for you.
Exactly. The goal isn't to study English all day. It's to live it. Watch movies that make you laugh. Listen to music that moves you. Talk to people who inspire you. That emotional connection trains your brain faster than any grammar book.
I love that, because when you enjoy something, your brain remembers it. You stop seeing English as schoolwork and start seeing it as part of your personality.
Let's also cover some common mistakes learners make when trying to think in English.
Good idea. The first mistake is trying too hard too soon. People say, from tomorrow, I'll think in English all day. That sounds great, but it's not realistic.
Start small.
Exactly. Think in English for a few minutes each day and build from there.
Another mistake is focusing on grammar while thinking. When you're thinking, grammar should come naturally. Don't stop to analyze rules.
Yes, thinking time is not study time. It's expression time.
And third mistake, comparing yourself to others. Everyone learns differently. You might take longer than your friend, and that's okay.
Absolutely. Progress is personal. As long as you're consistent, you're winning.
So Mia, if you could give learners one final piece of advice about thinking in English, what would it be?
I'd say make English your second home. Don't just study it, live it. Let it be part of your thoughts, your emotions, your music, your daily life.
That's beautiful. I'd add, don't wait for the perfect moment. Thinking in English starts the moment you decide to do it. Even one English thought a day is progress.
Yes, be patient, stay curious, and trust the process. English fluency is not a destination, it's a habit.
Exactly. And remember, every time you catch yourself thinking a small sentence in English, I'm tired. That's funny. What a beautiful day. That's your brain growing stronger.
So true. Celebrate those little wins. They mean your brain is learning faster than you realize.
Beautifully said. All right, that's all for today's episode of Better English Studio. We hope this conversation helped you understand how to start thinking in English and make it a natural part of your daily life.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Remember, the more you live in English through listening, reading, and small thoughts, the faster your fluency grows.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Better English Studio, leave a comment, and share it with your friends who are learning English too.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep smiling, keep learning, and keep thinking in English.
Exactly. Bye for now.